Hello there, Gemini. How are you? Welcome to your general reading today. All right, now remember this is a timeless reading. So you're here when you're meant to be here because there is there's some message here in today's spread that you're supposed to take away and use in your current situation, current life. All right, so if you'd like, you can share that down below. That would be great. And trust that your intuition is going to figure it all out. You are here because your intuition told you to be here. All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. Gemini, what conflict are you a part of? Right? This is about miscommunication. This is about ego. Right? So what is it that's happened that's caused this conflict to the point where it's you versus them? It's not about winning at all costs, because what happens when you burn bridges and create all of these problems, then it's kind of like that wet blanket. It's the overall energy that then kind of permeates throughout your life. Universe is reminding you here that you need to find another way to deal with your conflicts, that it's not about being one-sided. It's not about you just winning at all costs, right? This is about you trying to find another way to communicate. And you're going to be you're a good communicator. All right, 8 of Swords. Another sword card. This is conflict with your mind. There's something here that you think you can't do. You feel stuck. You can't move forward. You feel as though you're trapped. You're in your mind and you think you're a victim of something. Know that this is self-imposed, and all you have to do is change your way of thinking, change your way of communicating with yourself, change your way of thinking, and you won't have that conflict. Queen of Wands. Look what's waiting for you here. Once you change your way of thinking, once you release yourself from these self-imposed bindings, you've got the Queen of Wands, which is like the glow-up card. It's about confidence, awareness. She's looking towards the future, and she's able to manifest. She's sovereign. No one tells her what to do. You're going to, once you remove the mask and you get out of this self-victimhood mentality, you're going to arise, you're going to have a glow up to the point where you're going to be so unstoppable because you can manifest whatever you want. You're going to see things differently. You're going to see that you are very worthy, that you have such self-worth that no one can shake you, okay? Because you're going to rise above everything else. Any conflict that comes towards you, you're going to be like, I have no time for this garbage. I'm going to walk away now. You guys can fight amongst yourself. I'm better than that. I'm going to look towards the future, and I'm going to make things happen for myself, because remember, she can manifest. She's the witch. She can manifest. Look at that. You've had something in your life that has created a huge transformation. Whether you like it or not, this is a major arcana card. You're going to transform. Something here created such an upheaval, like the Tower moment, created such an upheaval in your life that it's really brought you down. It's really brought you down to the point where you feel like you're trapped. Something big happened here at that Tower moment. But remember that if you had a Tower moment, something that's really flipped your world upside down, know that the Tower moments are meant to teach you something about yourself. That there's this lion here, lion, that is underneath it all, and it's forcing you to transform. You're going to transform whether you like it or not. Now, the choice is, do you want to stay here, or do you want to skip this and go here? I vote this, because this is way better than being a victim by remaining in conflict. So right now, you have that power to transform yourself to this if you'd like. It's a choice. It's all about choices. Look at that. Again, with the sword card. Again, this is telling me about communication. How you are talking to yourself, how you're talking to people, how you deliver information to people. Look at this. The Knight of Swords is charging towards the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is not going to have it. She's going to beat him with that stick. So don't go in there. Don't go into a situation just swinging that big old sword around and thinking that you're just going to, push your way through. That's going to create more conflict. So choose to be the confident, self-assured, future-looking manifester that you are. It's there. You just have to pick it. That's what you want. King of Swords. Lots of swords for you. Here, there's something here that keeps telling me that you need to find a different way of thinking, of seeing things, of communicating things. Lots of swords here. Right? You're in your mind right now. Something about your current situation, you're in this loop. Knight of Wands, I love that, because that is about you with passion, creativity, spirit, drive. I like this, actually, very, attractive. So you have the Knight of Wands here, Queen of Wands. You are glowing up if that's your choosing, and you're coming out bold, attractive. So here, so far, look at this. We've got two things. Transformation. You have a choice to be this, which is just huge and beautiful and passionate and, you know, all of that, or this, right? Where you're in your mind and you're creating, you know, you're having a hard time communicating and you're not, I mean, sure, the King of Swords is very logical and analytical, but not necessarily a mover and a shaker like these guys here. So you could potentially get stuck in your brain, in your mind again here. Yeah, you're taking on a lot of responsibilities right now and you're really overburdened. So drop some of these sticks here, drop some of these wands, because it's not all your burden to carry, right? So just, and look up, because, you know, it's about the journey too. It's not just you slugging it out and pushing all of these sticks to get to your destination. It's about you enjoying that process as well. It's going to come, right? Because you're going to work, because you always do, and but at least enjoy that process. And here, this is all about you just kind of sticking, you know, you're just driving your feet, you know, sticking to the ground and saying, this is how I'm thinking, you can't change my mind, right? I want money, I want stability, I want this, that, whatever, something material, right? And you're not budging, you're digging in. So open your heart, your mind to something new, change your way of thinking, right? Change your way of thinking. Because you're going to get to where you need to go if that's what you want, is stability, but you need to be a little bit more flexible. Look at this. You have the Lover's card, another major arcana card. You're destined to connect, to recommit, right? To create a commitment, whether this is a commitment to yourself, right? Because you're realizing, nope, I'm not going to be the victim anymore. I'm not going to, you know, involve myself in conflict. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to have a glow up, and I'm going to be that person I've always wanted to be. And I'm going to commit to myself and in self-care and self-love, all of that. And until I'm able to create that stability in myself, this is all I want right here. I want to commit to myself, and I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to entertain anything different until I can commit. Right? You see that? If this is about you committing to yourself and having this glow up here because of this huge transformation, you might just be saying to yourself, I'm committing to me, not someone else, because I'm not ready for this. Look at this. So universe is again reminding you, get rid of the past, right? I mean, like, let go of the past. You see this? You've got the Two of Cups. What is the Two of Cups? Right? That's connection. That's that twin flame. That's commitment. And then you've got the Lovers, also a number. Look, two people. So you may be missing this opportunity here because you're dwelling on the past. You're dwelling on these negative thoughts here, dwelling on things that you don't need to deal with, right? So you have to see things differently. Find gratitude in even the most dire moments. Find gratitude. Turn around. See things for what they are. Pick up these Two Cups, please, because the universe is trying to hand it to you. Page of Swords, again, another sword card. It's a mind thing. You have new ideas. You probably have new communication coming towards you too. But this is about you seeing things differently, accepting new ideas, new ways of thinking maybe. That would be great. So that way you can get to this point and not return. Look at that. If you transform, you have two choices here. If you transform, right, in this way, you have so much positivity coming your way. But if you choose, right, you're kind of at a fork in the road. If you choose to be a victim and choose to be in your mind and choose to entertain conflict and be overburdened, you're just going to end up here where you're dealing with the past and dwelling in the past. And you refuse to accept anything new because you're sitting here dwelling on the past. See that? Yeah, this is a choice. This is a big choice for you, Gemini. You have some big choices coming your way that's really going to make a difference. But remember, this is just one reading, right? This is just one snippet. Look at that. 8 again. So you need to figure out what it is that you need to leave behind so that you're not thinking this way. You're not thinking that you're a victim, because you're not. Number 8 might be an important number to you. Page of Wands, another new opportunity to start something, right? This new inspiration, this new energy, passion. I like that. Maybe you're getting a new job, getting a raise. The Devil, be aware of self-sabotage. The Devil is about addiction, maybe addicted way of thinking right here. You're constantly thinking about the negative side of things. That's the Devil. That's shadow work. So until you let go of all of this hurt and pain, you can't transform to this and get this, right? You're going to get stuck here. So be aware that you have the Devil card. That's a major arcana. It's something, again, a lot of people would think that this is a really bad card, but it's not. It's, again, making you aware of the things that you need to change in your life so that you can get the best outcome. Ace of Swords. This is the truth, clarity, something new, a new opportunity, new ideas. If this is a job or a business venture, you got something new coming your way here. And you may join up with somebody. You may commit to a business partner, right? Commit to your job, commit to yourself, like I said. Bottom of the deck, the moon, right? So another major arcana card. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Not this repetitive thoughts of victimization. No, this is you staying on the path of something great. Really see the goal here, right? Of abundance and stability and unity and connection, right? And confidence. Stay on that path. Everything will be illuminated once you go deep. Go deep, go within. Answer those questions that you have, okay? All right, skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. That's another negative behavior, shadow behavior. Eagle. Triumph over troubles, obstacles. Yeah, you're going to get over it. You're going to be very direct and lead it head on. A goal-oriented person. Yeah, you have to. You have to have clear, defined goals. Otherwise, you're not going to get to this good stuff up here. Let's see. One more. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Don't give in to the self-sabotage. I'm going to do 2 more. That way we have 6. All right. Let's see. Flowers. Happiness. Yeah, happiness. Independence. Older man. Dealings or relationship with an older man. This might be a boss. This might be a parent. I don't like that picture. It's kind of scary, right? So somebody older than you that may be able to give you some wisdom and advice so you can get away from the devil, right? The self-sabotage that you keep falling back into. Okay. If this is a relationship reading for you, be aware of addictions, codependency, that sort of thing, because that's very toxic to a relationship, right? Controlling bossiness. All right, so thank you for being here today, Gemini. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with me what resonated with you. Talk to you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.